Good morning, America. A powerful storm moving east this morning. Blizzard conditions from the Midwest to New England, with tornadoes ripping through Illinois, peeling the roof off this high school. Coming right in the middle of the holiday travel rush. Ginger has the latest storm track and timing.
High-stakes meeting. President Trump welcomes Ukraine's President Zelensky to Mar-a-Lago to hammer out a peace deal to end the war. The president also talking to Vladimir Putin. The prospects for peace this morning as Russia's attacks on Kyiv ramp up.
Deadly crash. 2 helicopters collide in midair. 1 pilot killed, the other fighting for his life. The latest overnight as investigators search for a cause.
Supersized sales, the hottest deals happening right now, including one must-have that's nearly 90% off. We'll tell you what to buy now and what to wait for.
Flu alert. Cases spiking nationwide, with New York reporting record numbers of cases. Dr. Sutton here with what he's seeing in the emergency room and how to stay healthy.
Dangerous caught on camera. The trespassers on live stream right next to an erupting volcano in Hawaii.
Meet the champ. JJ here putting his best paw forward live this morning.
Best in show at the 25th AKC National Championship show is the Lhasa.
Whoa, JJ, the Lhasa Apso is now national champion.
And was this the Super Bowl preview? Eagles versus Bills in a nail-biter. The Bills pulling out their own version of the tush-push. As we look to Monday Night Football, we hear from Matthew Stafford as the Rams and Falcons get ready to face off in L.A.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. On this final Monday of 2025, It is great to be here with Will and Malika. And I have to be honest, guys, hearing that song there, I have to admit, I binged the Taylor Swift docuseries all weekend.
I'm with you.
Plus, you know, my Commanders weren't playing.
Well, I mean, did you see the Eagles game? It was a narrow escape for my Eagles. But dog lovers, they were binging the American Kennel Club National Championship. And friends, the winner is here. And look at this. Visited our control room. We'll hear all about the secret to his success, or should I say pup-cess, and that incredible hair. We need the conditioning routine.
I know, the hair is great. Drop the details. But we do begin with the major winter storm. It's heading east this morning. It's packing dangerous rain, snow, and ice, just as we're in the middle of that holiday travel crush. Ginger is right here at the desk with the latest. Good morning, Ginger. What's the situation here?
This is pretty wild and a powerful cold front. St. Louis was nearly 80 degrees yesterday, hottest temperature in December on record. Then places like Columbia, Missouri were in the 70s, record highs, and hours later it was snowing. This morning, whiteouts on the roads in the northern plains and winter tornadoes in Illinois. Millions of Americans facing this powerful storm now moving into the northeast. Up to a half foot of snow in Minnesota so far, already disrupting everything from traffic to emergency services.
You're really going to see a lot of this light snow blowing around and really creating some visibility problems.
In Minneapolis, crews fighting this house fire while also battling a blizzard. At least 2 people inside that home were hospitalized. In Iowa, vehicles struggling to stay on the road, visibility near zero, some stranded. Winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour near Clear Lake. At least 3 reported tornadoes in central Illinois. Part of the school's gymnasium roof peeled back, the mangled metal tossed across the parking lot. A tornado tearing through the outskirts of Decatur, scattering debris, destroying at least 8 homes. That powerful winter storm triggering travel trouble, with thousands of flight delays and cancellations as millions head home from the holidays and get ready to ring in the new year. The wind is going to be the big problem today. Houston, New Orleans in wind advisories all the way up through Louisville. But this morning we've already seen delays in Detroit at the airport because of wind. They're in a high wind warning. Cleveland has seen gusts close to 60. It will easily gust up to 65. You're going to see those blizzard warnings end from the upper peninsula of Michigan. As you go east, though, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, prepare yourself for a very windy night tonight. And as we go through tonight, you're also going to have ice in the Green and White Mountains up in parts of New York and Vermont. Vermont, talking about up to 3/4 of an inch of ice. That is going to cause major issues. So let's time it out. We're rainy, and you see the mist and the fog around the Northeast because it's falling on that fresh snow. Back behind it, it's snow, but it's more that lake effect banding. That rain kind of moves out, and you can even see Maine there, and then you're going to see that precipitation come in and be just enough, Mary, that you can get that glaze of ice, very destructive, especially in northern New England.
Some wild weather to end the year there, Ginger. Thank you. And now to President Trump's high-stakes meeting at Mar-a-Lago with Ukrainian President Zelensky to discuss a peace deal to end the war that Vladimir Putin started nearly 4 years ago. Our senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in Florida near Mar-a-Lago, where the president's been spending the holiday week. Selena, good morning.
Hey, Mary, good morning to you. So both leaders say they've made progress, but there's still no deal. Now, anything that President Trump and Zelensky agree to also still needs buy-in from Vladimir Putin. And for now, Putin is showing no signs of compromise.
President Trump welcoming Ukraine's President Zelensky to Mar-a-Lago in Florida. After their hours-long meeting, Trump hailing progress, but no breakthrough yet.
We've made a lot of progress today, but really we've made it over the last month. This is not a one-day process deal. This is very complicated stuff.
Zelensky bringing with him a 20-point peace plan, which includes stronger security guarantees to ensure Putin cannot invade again.
We have great achievements, 20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S.-Europe-Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed.
Also on the table, a potential concession from the Ukrainians. Zelensky proposing the idea of a demilitarized buffer zone in the Donbass region, a territory in eastern Ukraine that Russian President Vladimir Putin has long sought to control. The president asked whether an agreement had been reached on territory.
The word agreed is too strong. I would say not agreed, but we're getting closer to an agreement on that.
Just hours before sitting down with Zelensky, Trump speaking with Putin by phone.
As you know, I had an excellent phone call with President Putin that lasted for over 2 hours. We discussed a lot of points, and I do think we're getting a lot closer.
But over the weekend, Russia launching one of its largest assaults in months, targeting Kyiv, killing 2 and wounding dozens more.
Remember, on the campaign trail, President Trump had repeatedly vowed that he would end this war within 24 hours. But now Trump is saying he has no deadline to secure a peace deal, Mary, saying this is a long and complicated process.
Yes, still a long road ahead here. And in the meantime, the president has another high-stakes meeting today, sitting down with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, that's right, Mary. So in just a few hours, President Trump will be hosting Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu here in Florida at Trump's Mar-a-Lago club. Now, Trump wants to keep Netanyahu in line and advance this fragile Israel-Hamas ceasefire into the next phase. Also at the top of the agenda is expected to be discussions around Iran's nuclear activities. Mary?
Certainly lots to discuss today. Selena, thank you. Malika?
Yeah, Mary, that Trump-Netanyahu meeting happening as Iran's president says that Tehran is in a, quote, full-scale war with the United States, Israel, and Europe. So for more on what that could mean, let's go to Chief International Correspondent James Longman, who's in London. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Malika. President Pezeshkian says his country is in a full-scale war with the U.S., Israel, and Europe, saying the West does not want Iran to stand on its feet. He also claimed the military is stronger than it was when the U.S. and Israel targeted Iran's nuclear sites over the summer. You'll remember back in June, President Trump ordered an attack on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities using bunker buster bombs and cruise missiles. He initially claimed their nuclear capabilities had been totally destroyed, but the U.S. government now says some of that enriched uranium wasn't eliminated, and it's unclear how far their program was actually set back. Now, Iran's president is not the key decision maker in Iran. That is the supreme leader. But these comments look timed to provoke maximum reaction ahead of Netanyahu's meeting with Trump today. Will?
Certainly heighten the stakes. James, thank you for that. We're going to turn now to the investigation into that deadly mid-air helicopter collision. The 2 helicopters plunging to the ground in front of horrified witnesses. And Hannah Battah is here at the desk with details. Hannah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Will. We're hearing first from one of those horrified witnesses who helped comfort a pilot after the crash.
This morning, an urgent investigation into a deadly mid-air collision in a southern New Jersey town. Billowing smoke over the scene. Both choppers crashing just after noon near Hamilton Airport 35 miles southeast of Philadelphia.
Reports were that they were flying in tandem, that they were flying close together, which is probably what caused the collision to occur.
Police say one pilot died. The second pilot rushed to a nearby hospital with critical injuries. The owner of a nearby cafe says both pilots were regulars at his restaurant and had breakfast together that morning.
They seem to come in all the time together. They fly in together, and they seem to be close.
My husband just started screaming and said, "Call 911."
Caitlin Collins and her husband rushing to the scene with a neighbor who is an off-duty police officer.
There was a man in there. He was conscious and breathing and, kind of just looking around. And the only thing I could think to do was just hold his hand and talk to him. So I just laid in the ground next to him and just was like, hey, we're here. Don't worry.
Yeah, we've also learned one of the choppers was privately owned, the other belonging to a charter company. No word yet on what caused that crash. Guys.
Such a disturbing scene, Hannah. Thank you, and welcome to GMA. It's great to have you here on the desk.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
And now to the new details in the investigation into the pipe bombs planted outside Republican and Democratic offices in Washington the night before the January 6th attack on the Capitol in 2020. A court filing detailing an alleged confession by suspect Brian Cole Jr. Olivia Rubin joins us now with more. Olivia, good morning.
Mary, good morning. Some answers here after a 5-year mystery. For the first time, prosecutors detailing the lengthy confession they say Brian Cole gave after his arrest earlier this month, allegedly admitting to placing those pipe bombs outside the RNC and DNC on January 6th. But the big question has always been why. Well, while he has not yet entered a plea, prosecutors say during his confession, Cole seemed to reference some of President Trump's false claims of fraud in the 2020 election, saying he felt, quote, like something was wrong, adding that people who felt that their votes are just being thrown away were being ignored by officials on both sides. Soon, Cole allegedly telling investigators, quote, something just snapped. According to the court filing, he allegedly said he wanted to do something to the parties because, quote, they were in charge. Still, Cole allegedly saying he isn't an openly political person and denied that he was targeting Congress as it was certifying President Joe Biden's win. In fact, prosecutors say when asked why he targeted both headquarters, he said, I really don't like either party at this point, noting his idea came from his interest in history and a conflict in Ireland. And while Cole said he placed those bombs at night to actually prevent any deaths, according to the filing, prosecutors claiming otherwise, saying his actions, quote, risk the lives not only of innocent pedestrians and office workers, but also of law enforcement, first responders, and national political leaders. Malika.
Olivia, thank you so very much for those details. Now to a close call in Houston when two planes, they narrowly avoided a collision during takeoff. Sophie Flay has the latest. Sophie, good morning.
Good morning, and that is right. A dangerously close call at Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport. Two jets narrowly avoided a collision. A Volaris jet heading to El Salvador and a United Express flight heading to Jackson, Mississippi took off from parallel runways on December 18th. Now, flight data shows the Volaris Airlines plane making an unauthorized right turn crossing into the United Jet's flight path. Both cockpits then suddenly receiving collision avoidance alerts and air traffic controllers quickly instructing the United Jet to climb. The planes getting alarmingly close to each other, about 700 feet apart side to side and 150 feet apart vertically. Despite the terrifying situation, both planes landed safely. Now a response from Commute Air, which operates United Express, saying, based on our initial assessment, our crew followed all applicable ATC instructions. Now, ABC News is still waiting to hear from Volaris and the FAA, but definitely a scary situation, guys.
Scary indeed. Alarmingly close. I think you said it. That is right. Thank you, Sophie. Thanks. And we are learning what families did after opening up all those presents on Christmas. You guessed it. They went to the movies. The box office was certainly busy this holiday weekend. Elizabeth Schulze's here to tell us all about it. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Mary. Yeah, it was a blockbuster weekend at the box office as families celebrated the holidays at the movies. Coming in at number one, Disney's Avatar: Fire and Ash, the third installment of the Avatar franchise, raking in $64 million in domestic sales just from Friday through Sunday. That's according to ComScore. At number two this weekend, Zootopia 2, that Disney animated hit, has now grossed $1.4 billion worldwide, making it the second highest grossing movie of the year. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. And number three, Marty Supreme. This is the sports comedy drama featuring Timothée Chalamet as a table tennis player. We're going to have a lot more on all of this later in the show on Pop News, guys. Will.
Can't wait for that. Great movies. Go to the theaters. Very much a great time. All right, now to the NFL and the playoff push. As teams jockey for playoff berths and seeds, Rhiannon Ally is here now at the desk with the biggest moments. Rhiannon, what a weekend of football it was.
It really was a wild weekend. Well, good morning to you guys. The stakes are so high right now. As we near the end of the regular season, teams are grasping at the top seeds in the playoffs. So the NFL was full of drama this weekend.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Was this the Super Bowl preview?
Yeah, there's a little water on that turf.
The game wet and wild in upstate New York as the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Buffalo Bills.
Hurts knows exactly who he's looking at.
Jalen Hurts leading the defending Super Bowl champs to a shutout in the first 3 quarters. Josh Allen and the offense couldn't get on the scoreboard.
That'll work. Allen, is he in? Touchdown, Buffalo!
But Josh Allen and the Bills battling back. Allen even using his own version of the tush push to get into the end zone, putting up 12 points in the final 5 minutes of the game.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Buffalo going for the 2-point conversion and win instead of the extra point to tie it.
Allen looking to throw. Pressure throws. Incomplete!
Coming up short and giving the Eagles the win and the Patriots the AFC East title.
Incomplete! It's over! And the Niners have won!
Overnight, the 49ers outlasting the Bears in a Sunday night classic shootout.
Touchdown, Chicago! On the opening play!
Brock Purdy throwing for 303 yards, passing for 3 touchdowns, and running in 2 more.
It has been the Brock Purdy show out here tonight.
All eyes now turning to Monday Night Football as the Los Angeles Rams take on the Atlanta Falcons. It's a must-win for Matthew Stafford and team if they want to enter the postseason with that coveted first-round playoff bye.
I'm just trying to play aggressive, play within myself, have some fun. I'm having a blast playing.
The 37-year-old favorite to win this year's MVP award, sitting down with ESPN's Michelle Beisner-Buck ahead of tonight's pivotal game to discuss his time in the league.
Do you hear that, Matthew?
No. What do you got?
It's Little Chance. Yeah, MVP. MVP. MVP.
I hear you. I appreciate
know.
it.
I mean, you're in those chats and conversations, and people are really banging on the drum. Do you like to talk about that stuff? Do you think about that stuff? Do you pay attention to it?
I got little girls at home that are chanting that at me, and my wife the same. You know, they're excited that their dad and their husband are playing well, and that's what's, you know, really boils down to.
His kids are his biggest cheerleader. Stafford also said he's at the point in his career where he takes his future on the field year by year. He says his family will decide together after the season if he'll keep playing. Of course, for now, he is focused on tonight. The Rams are on the road. They are trying to beat the Falcons at home. That game is tonight at 8 Eastern, right here on ABC and ESPN.
I have a lot of confidence the Rams
Yeah.
will be able to take care of business.
There's the non-zero chance Stafford wins the Super Bowl and rides off into the sunset. The Rams are very
Who
good.
wouldn't want their spouse to be saying MVP, MVP
Take notes
every
at home, right? All right, thank you, Rhiannon. And coming up here on GMA, Faith Abube has the latest on the desperate search for a teenage girl who vanished on Christmas Eve. Faith.
Yeah, well, the Texas college student last seen on Christmas Eve morning in surveillance video outside her home in San Antonio. This morning, the FBI is joining in the search.
And also ahead, those post-holiday sales are ramping up. There's so many choices, though, it can get overwhelming. We have what you need to know to get the best deals.
And the 2 trespassers caught live on camera getting too close to an erupting volcano in Hawaii. Visitors being warned, stay safe, follow the rules.
A lot more news and newsmakers coming up on GMA when we return. We'll be right back.
That is Jim Morrison there on Mount Everest with his incredible feat, scaling the mountain, and as if that weren't hard enough, he then skied down it. My heart races just watching this. I cannot imagine. And Will, you had a chance to speak with him.
Yeah, it was an honor. It's a remarkable story Jim Morrison has. It's one of dedication, skill, perseverance, and healing from grief. And that's part of the year tonight, Robin's special, but I have a preview coming up in just a little bit. But first, we do have more headlines new at 7:30. We begin with a deadly train derailment in southern Mexico that killed 13 people and injured nearly 100. The train going off the track, then sliding down an embankment. The train was on the Interoceanic Railway, which Mexico considers a major international trade route. Now, look at this. 2 trespassers getting much too close for comfort or common sense near the active Kilauea volcano in Hawaii. The U.S. Geological Survey camera picking up those two people on a live stream in an area that is closed to the public for good reason. The volcano is erupting. These areas can be very dangerous during an eruption, and people are urged to stay away. And this morning we remember Brigitte Bardot, one of cinema's most talked about sex symbols in the 1950s and 60s. She died Sunday at her home in southern France at age 91. As an actress, she was best known for roles in films designed to showcase her as an object of desire, most famously in And God Created Woman. Later on, she became a devoted animal rights activist. She was 91.
What a remarkable life and a career. I love seeing all those old photos, too. And now to the urgent search this morning for a 19-year-old college student last seen on Christmas Eve outside her home in San Antonio. Faith Abube is here with all of those details. Faith, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mary. Camila Mendoza Olmos's mother says she's at a loss. This is very unusual for her daughter to just mysteriously vanish like this. And right now, investigators have almost no clues as to where she could be.
This morning, the FBI joining the hunt to find missing Texas college student Camila Mendoza Olmos, the 19-year-old last seen in this surveillance camera footage near her car outside her house near San Antonio. That video taken around 7 a.m. Christmas Eve morning. Police say she was rummaging through her car wearing pajama shorts, a hoodie, and running shoes. Moments later, the footage ends.
We do believe that she's still in imminent danger.
2 hours later, her mother realized she was missing after she spotted her iPhone on her bed with the battery missing and called police.
Knowing that she was gone and her phone was still there, it was just very unusual. And that's why we genuinely have no clue what to think.
Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar saying she recently had a breakup, but it's believed to have been mutual.
We're certainly not taking anything for granted. Boots on the ground, coupled with the technology searches that we're doing, we believe we're covering all bases.
The people of Bexar County joining police, sending out teams of 20 with search and rescue experience.
We've been searching on foot within a 3-mile radius. We don't have a single clue.
Overnight in San Antonio, friends and family of Camila Mendoza Olmos praying for answers. Meanwhile, her family isn't giving up hope.
Oh, devastating. It been real hard. Please come home. Daddy's missing you.
And Malika, as you heard there, it's been all hands on deck in the search for Camila. The sheriff says they'll keep dedicating resources to finding her as long as the leads keep coming in and as long as there's hope. Malika.
Faith, thank you so very much. We are thinking of Camila and her family, and we certainly hope that she returns home soon. Now to the post-holiday sales. Retailers, they are hoping to entice shoppers with some big savings, but not everything is a good deal, right? So Elizabeth Schulze is here to break it all down. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning. You really want to know when it's a good deal. And this is really the time of year when retailers are eager to get inventory that didn't sell during the holidays off their shelves, and that means big discounts for shoppers. So a lot of the biggest sales right now are for seasonal items. Think winter clothes, toys, beauty supply gift sets, Christmas decorations. We do also tend to see some steep discounts this time of year on electronics. So take, for example, these Breezio Bluetooth earbuds from Walmart. Typically they're $200. Right now, $21.49. Some deals on Apple products too. The iPad mini, $100 off right now at both Target and at Best Buy. So as you're shopping online, you really want to put on that clearance filter. Those are usually going to be the better deals than if it says promo or winter sales. And always check to make sure it doesn't say final sale. If you don't want to return that item, make sure you do that before you buy.
You want to make sure that you have tried on the item before you're checking that final sale thing. All right, but if you're anything like me, you've had something maybe in your cart for a while, hoping in the new year you're going to get an even better deal. Is there anything we should be holding off on right now?
There are a couple of categories that tend to see slightly bigger sales during President's Day in February. So that's especially mattresses and bedding, big appliances like washing machines and furniture. One thing you can always check is an item's price history. So websites like camelcamelcamel.com or the Keepa app, that's where you can make sure that you are actually getting a good deal.
Excellent.
Okay. You can also watch Elizabeth Schulze.
Or you can just watch GMA, much easier.
You got it all. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. We appreciate it and all those deals. And now a preview of the primetime special, The Year 2025, remembering the moments, the people, and the stories that shaped 2025. And I had the privilege to speak to an American adventurer who achieved the unprecedented and seemingly impossible.
I'm Jim Morrison, and I'm a ski mountaineer, so I climb up things with skis on my back and ski down hard, difficult mountains.
He makes it sound simple, but Jim Morrison is unique. In October, he climbed up Mount Everest and then became the first person ever to ski down its north face.
The north face of Everest starts at 20,000 feet and goes to 29,000 feet, and it's steep and unrelenting and just daunting in many ways.
Why do you do this?
I'm doing it because I love it.
Crampon Point, 6,000 meters.
I think I've put a lot of parts and pieces together in my life to go do this because it was hard, and I like the challenge of it.
Was there any point where you thought about giving up or quitting?
There were lots of times that I wanted to quit. There's a lot of doubt that goes through my mind of, can I do this? Am I good enough? And it's not like I just push that stuff aside and launch myself into this endeavor. When I doubt myself, I try to push myself to go, okay, that means you need to go do more and try harder. And was I scared of it? I was horrified the whole time.
As you summited Everest for this attempt, what were you carrying with you mentally and emotionally, in addition to whatever gear you might have had?
We had worked on this for so long, and in the process of trying to get there, I lost my partner, my climbing partner, and my life partner, Hillary Nelson.
Nelson died in an avalanche while on a ski mountaineering expedition with Morrison in the Himalayas 3 years ago.
When I got to the summit, I was just overwhelmed with emotion about her and the drive that it took to see this project through.
Morrison's emotional and physical journey all documented by Oscar-winning filmmaker Jimmy Chin, who summited Everest with Morrison, catching it all on camera for an upcoming documentary.
That is, just watching on a screen, terrifying. What is that? What's going through your mind here?
I'm thinking I need to make this next turn count, because it's one, high risk, but two, I'm only ever going to be here once.
Morrison channeling his fear to achieve the previously impossible.
I just was so focused on the goal, and when I got to the bottom, the release of all of that was spectacular and something that I still haven't fully processed, both from this singular goal of trying to do this hard thing in life, and everyone and everything that supported me to get up the mountain and get back down, and a really special moment with Hillary and her legacy.
What a powerful moment. What a remarkable achievement. I cannot wait to see that documentary from Jimmy Chin. It's going to be epic. Also epic tonight, Robin's Special, The Year 2025. It's 8 Eastern right here on ABC. You can see more with Jim Morrison and other champions and a whole lot more.
It's so inspiring. Thank you so much, Will. We are back now with a very special play of the day. It's time to meet JJ. Woo! Yes, the 5-year-old Lasso Apso just crowned Best in Show at the American Kennel Club National Championship, beating out more than 5,500 other dogs. Wow. He joins us now with owner Susan Giles and Vice President of Public Relations and Communications for the AKC, Brandy Hunter-Munden. So glad to have you both with us. Susan,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How does JJ, with all of those dogs putting their best paws forward, come out on top?
Well, that's a good question, but it's a process. You have to win the breed first, and then you go on to the group. And we had Fred Bassett doing our group, and he pulled JJ out as his pick. And then we had Rosalind Kramer doing Best in Show. She's a very good dog person herself, and he put on a show and she liked it.
Well, so do we. I also like the eyelashes I just noticed for the first time. JJ's got it going on. JJ, in fact, Brandy, is the first Lhasa Apso to win the title here. From your perspective, why do you think that is? What made him so great?
Well, he shows so beautifully. He has a fabulous coat, beautiful deep set eyes, and the judge, Rosalind Kramer, she saw something special in him. He lit up against all of the other dogs he was up against, and honestly, he beat out actually 5,500 dogs to become #1.
Wow.
So good. He is pretty amazing.
He is amazing and very stately, we've been noticing.
Yes.
And Susan, we want to hear about the training routine, but we got to talk about the hair maintenance. I mean, what goes into this? Is there a straightener, some deep conditioning? How often does he get brushed?
For the show weekends, he gets bathed and blown dry. And we show 2 days. Then he gets bathed again and blown dry. And I'm very fortunate that we don't have to use straighteners. I don't have to use straighteners on him because he has a really good, nice, straight coat, which is something our breed calls for.
And well pampered.
I've been taking notes over here because that unit, I think that Jay, you have got it going on. But now he has a little bit of downtime here, Susan. So how does he relax in between shows?
Well, this week he went to, you could stay down. He went to Utah with me, to my sister's, and we spent Christmas out there. And he's very chilled. He had a good time while he was there.
So now that JJ has won and it all has happened, what's
It could be silly.
What is next for JJ?
We have Westminster.
Oh,
yes. So
right
we'll
on
be,
to the next.
Yes.
Don't fall off the back.
He won't do that.
All right, JJ's getting a little restless here, but
Can I take him home?
I said he might get a little silly.
We'd like to see that.
Well, we appreciate your silliness. JJ, Susan, Brandy, thank you and congratulations. We are so happy to have you here. Pleasure meeting you. You'll give the ladies your hair routine some other time. We gotta go though. Coming up, Patti LaBelle cooking up something delicious to celebrate the new year. She'll be in studio with us, and we have a preview of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. It's just 2 days away. We got Rob Gronkowski coming up. Stay with us.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. A powerful storm moving east this morning. Blizzard conditions from the Midwest to New England, with tornadoes ripping through Illinois, peeling the roof off this high school, coming right in the middle of the holiday travel rush. Ginger has the latest storm track and timing.
Taking control of your money as we head into the new year with tips to get your finances in shape before 2026 arrives.
You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating.
Movie magic at the box office. From Avatar Flying High,
Sully's never quit. That's right, Sully's never quit.
to Zootopia 2 hopping to a record. And the Avengers reveal that's a Marvel. Look who's a dad.
I got a feeling.
And we're kicking off our New Year's countdown to a rockin' eve. Gronk is live to get the party started. And Miss Patti LaBelle is cooking up something special. And she's saying,
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America, indeed. Welcome into our second hour. Will Reeve alongside my friends Mary Bruce and Malika Andrews and Miss Patti LaBelle.
Yes!
We are so excited to have her here. She is cooking up her famous chicken and waffles. They're perfect for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day brunch or a few minutes from now, whatever works.
Anytime. We cannot wait for that. And speaking of New Year's Rockin' Eve, not only will we talk to Gronk, but tomorrow Ryan Seacrest, the hardest working man in television, he will be here live as he gets ready to count down to 2026 in Times Square.
And as you're eating those chicken and waffles, we're also going to get ready to hit the reset button on your health. We're going to show you workouts for all skill levels and how they can help with your everyday life.
But first, let's take a look at the top stories breaking here at 8, starting with the massive storm on the move. Ginger has the track and timing. Hey, Ginger.
Hey, so winds blowing from, 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts take Chicago to Detroit, add snow, and you've got a messy start to the commute. Just yesterday, that front so powerful, it dropped severe storms, including tornadoes, and it dropped temperature some 25 degrees in 90 minutes.
This morning, whiteouts on the roads in the northern plains and winter tornadoes in Illinois. Millions of Americans facing this powerful storm now moving into the Northeast. Up to a half foot of snow in Minnesota so far, already disrupting everything from traffic to emergency services.
You're really going to see a lot of this light snow blowing around and really creating some visibility problems.
In Minneapolis, crews fighting this house fire while also battling a blizzard. At least 2 people inside that home were hospitalized. In Iowa, vehicles struggling to stay on the road, visibility near zero, some stranded. Winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour near Clear Lake. At least 3 reported tornadoes in central Illinois. Part of the school's gymnasium roof peeled back, the mangled metal tossed across the parking lot. A tornado tearing through the outskirts of Decatur, scattering debris, destroying at least 8 homes. That powerful winter storm triggering travel trouble with thousands of flight delays and cancellations as millions head home from the holidays and get ready to ring in the new year.
And we've already seen more travel disruption this morning. Detroit had some slowdowns and delays. They're in a high wind warning, so's Cleveland. But you see the high wind advisories or the wind advisories from Corpus Christi and Lake Charles, Louisiana, right up through Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Also, ice storm warning up in parts of New York and Vermont. That's for up to close to 3/4 of an inch of ice. That's that glaze that can become very disruptive. So we'll keep an eye on this as this thing twists through the Great Lakes. You're going to see a lot of snow along 131 in Grand Rapids, along 96 over through Lansing. If you're traveling this morning, it's rainy and got that icy stuff early here in the Green and White Mountains. And then it's going to be all about the lake effect snow. That takes over for much of the week, and we're going to produce a significant amount. But otherwise, I'll have the full New Year's Eve forecast coming up and a look at the West Coast, who Malika is about to get wet again.
Yeah, Ginger, thank you so very much. Now to that urgent investigation outside of my hometown of Los Angeles, something Angelinos are very familiar with, traffic. Officials closing the I-5 freeway for several hours here and issuing a shelter-in-place order for local residents after a gas leak. Trevor Alt has the latest from Los Angeles. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Malika. And this was even worse than your typical LA traffic, and it happened during the holiday travel rush this weekend. That gas line ruptured in northern Los Angeles County just off of the 5. You can see in videos from nearby gas actually shooting out of the pipe there. It stirred up some debris in the area that could actually be seen more than a mile away. And officials told almost 15,000 people they had to shelter in place. They could smell the gas in the air. They had to shut down the highway for several hours. Look at that traffic back up there. That didn't reopen until almost 9 o'clock Saturday night. Now, authorities say there was no sign of any explosion, though SoCal Gas is investigating the cause. They say it's still unknown right now, but they did say there had been some significant land movement in the area, so that could be a clue. Will?
Yeah, bad looking scene there, Trevor. All right, thank you for that. Now, to the spike in flu cases. Things are especially bad in New York State. Record-breaking numbers have been reported. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darien Sutton, is here now with more. Dr. Darien, thank you for being here. There are some alarming numbers out of New York State. We'll start there. What's the latest?
Well, the emergency room has been busy, and we've been following these numbers. Just to note, national numbers typically lag during the holiday, but state health department numbers are giving us insight into just how severe this flu season is. Take a look at these numbers. New York now at the highest ever level of the flu, ever recorded ever in a single week. 70,000 cases. That's a 38% increase compared to the week prior. Hospitalizations will also up over 3,600 cases. That is a 63% increase. Now, half of these cases that have been documented are in children, which are leading the numbers. But important to note, this threat is very real and very relevant right now.
People gather for the holidays. What should they do or not do in this case with all the flu?
You know, I think understanding that the flu is around us. So number one, making sure that you work to reduce your risk. That includes masking, washing our hands, making sure if you can to get your flu vaccine, and just simply understanding that the flu is so much more than a simple cold. I am treating it in the emergency room. Understand that people are coming in feeling like they are so sick that it has to be something else than the flu. It's not proving more severe overall, the same numbers, but it's severe in terms of the numbers. And by that I mean more hospitalizations, more people in the ER.
But by not more severe, it's not like a super flu here.
That's what I mean.
It's just more flu for more people.
Exactly. And more people probably experience it for the first time than they have in a few years, which is why we're probably seeing more people on our timelines and on social media sharing their experience.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for always making us smarter. We appreciate that and you. Welcome back to GMA. New Year's Eve is just 2 days away, if you can believe it, but it's true. And tomorrow morning, this is also true. We're getting the celebration started early with Ryan Seacrest joining us right here live. He's getting ready to host Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. That is the official name. And coming up today, we're going to talk live to co-host Rob Gronkowski.
We cannot wait for that.
But before we ring in the new year, it's time to get your finances in shape for 2026. Elizabeth Schulze, who may work almost as hard as Ryan Seacrest, I think. You are back now with some tips to help with all of that. Hey, again, Elizabeth.
We're here to work. That's the goal, especially as we go to New York. Because, guys, it's really crunch time right now to make moves that'll help lower your tax bill for next year and make sure that you are not leaving any money on the table. So December 31st, that is the end of the tax year. That's really going to be an important deadline. If you've been contributing money from your paycheck to a flexible spending account known as an FSA for medical healthcare expenses. So for a lot of these accounts, it's a use it or lose it situation at the end of the year. You really don't want that money to go to waste. So consider right now stocking up on essentials. You can do things like aspirin, hand sanitizer, contact lenses. A list of expenses that qualify is at fsafeds.gov. The 31st, also the deadline for charitable contributions. So these are donations you give to charities that you can deduct from your taxes next year. And then this is an interesting tip from Fidelity. If you make money as a freelancer, consider deferring some of that income. Basically, wait to bill your clients until next year. That will help lower your taxable income then.
Okay.
But these are things you have to do now, right?
Basically, you have 2 days to do this.
Yeah, right.
Get on it. Get on it.
This is do it. Watch this. Do it
Exactly.
immediately.
We like a deadline.
What else should people be thinking about to get their finances in shape at the start of the new year in 2 days?
The new year is a great time to make a budget. So just in practice, what that looks like is you're tracking how much money you're spending, how much money is going out of your accounts versus your income, how much money is coming into your accounts. And one thing we've talked about before, one method that is popular is the 60-30-10 method. So this is where 60% of your spending on your weekly paycheck goes towards your needs. So transportation, bills, insurance, childcare, groceries. 30% would go toward wants, so that's restaurants, travel, shopping, and then 10% towards savings and debt payoff, so student loans, saving for retirement, emergency savings. You know, there are a lot of great budgeting apps out there that make this really easy. It automatically tracks your expenses, puts things into buckets, and then you just check to make sure how on track you are at the end of the month.
I'm a YNAB girl. You need a budget. That's my
a big
favorite
one, really
app
popular.
to use.
Rocket
Yes,
Money
I
right
love
here,
it.
but there are a lot of good ones. Some are free. Sometimes you have to pay a small fee.
That one you have to pay a small fee, but I think it is totally worth it. For savings for next year, though, when we're already trying to look towards how to build that up, what do we need to be doing?
Yeah, and we've been talking so much about holiday spending. Maybe a good time in the new year to think about how you're going to save your money. A really big and important one is your 401k. So if your company does offer that option of a 401k retirement account and they match your contributions, you really do want to try to maximize that option. Just think about if you're allocating $100 a month to your 401k, you know, that pot of money adds up. When your company matches $100 a month, that's going to grow twice as fast, that pot of money. A couple other ways you can grow your savings: high yield savings accounts or certificate of deposit. That's a CD. These are accounts where basically you are earning more on your money in the bank. According to Bankrate, a lot of those interest rates now can be close to 4%. So if you're thinking about a $1,000 investment in savings in one of those accounts, at the end of the year, just by sitting there, it's worth $1,040. You know, that can pretty quickly add up.
Yeah. Lots of good tips. Always lots of good things for us to be paying attention to.
You know, it really is a good time to think about how you can just do little steps to see your money grow.
And it adds up.
It does.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. The one tip she doesn't list is listen to Elizabeth.
Always.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much. And as we look back at some of the biggest stories of the year, there was one thing they all had in common: heroes and changemakers. Robin tells us about them in this special preview of the year 2025.
It creates just an apocalyptic sight.
City block after city block totally engulfed.
This year, the heartbreak across California, as countless lives changed in an instant.
We couldn't believe what was unfolding before our eyes.
These firefighters who were on the front lines for days on end as their own neighborhoods were burned.
It's this long hair, it's gone. God.
Like Chen Yu, an engineer with the Pasadena Fire Department, who evacuated his family and neighbors and went to work.
They took me off the rig just to get some relief, you know, get some rest. I asked him, hey, can we please go by my house to see if it's still standing? So we came up, and it was gone. It was burned to the ground.
Despite losing everything, Chen says he and his Altadena neighbors are determined to rebuild.
We're going to make through it. You know, at the end of the day, it always works out.
They are quite literally the angels in the city of angels.
My kids and I woke up this Steelers Sunday and decided to do something good. My boys and I started a food pantry.
That food pantry sitting right on A.J. Owen's front yard to serve his beloved Pittsburgh community.
During the government shutdown, which lasted over a month to the point that millions of Americans were going hungry, A.J. Owen took matters into his own hands.
We've got breakfast products, oatmeal, cereal.
A.J. and his sons Elliot and Tucker started with a $150 grocery store run and shared their efforts on TikTok.
People need to eat. People deserve to be fed. It's no different than me inviting you over to my house for dinner. Come on, grab a meal, grab a drink, whatever you need. I'm here.
People started donating in the community and from far and wide, and it spread all across the internet.
I'm literally shaking right now.
In these times, there are still people doing good.
Are you kidding me?
And others who help them to do good and don't want any credit for it.
There's no name. It just says, may God prosper and bless your food pantry.
His initiative inspiring his followers to create and share their own front yard pantries.
As they say, not all heroes wear capes. You know, sometimes they open up food banks.
Finally, our play of the day and the hero toddler who saved his great-grandmother. The little boy named Bridger, who showed us bravery has no limits.
He was with his great-grandmother in her backyard where she tripped and fell and hit her head on one of the back steps. And she didn't have her cell phone with her. It was in the car.
I said, so Bridger, you're gonna have to be a big boy. And he said, it's really dark, Gigi.
I went out and right there, and I was too scared.
Bridger facing his fear head on. Finding his Gigi's phone.
Yeah, I did it.
So she could call for help.
This 3-year-old kid somehow innately has this heroism inside of him. It's inspiring, it's motivating, it's heartwarming, and it reminds you of what we are capable of.
The power each of us have to look out for one another.
I did it.
He did it!
I want to be Bridger when I grow up.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
What a kid. Heroes, all of them. We're really looking forward to that and so much more tonight when Robin anchors The Year 2025. It airs tonight at 8 Eastern right here on ABC. Ginger?
Thank you so much, Will. So we want to check in on those winter storm or the lake effect storm warnings. We've got one in Warren, Pennsylvania through 4 p.m. Tuesday, up to 9 inches. Winds too, though, will gust up to 50 miles per hour. So noon tomorrow, you've got Interstate 80 through western Pennsylvania and then 90 between Buffalo and Erie and Syracuse. You got those snow bands flying, so visibility could be reduced really quickly, especially because it'll be windy as well. And you're going through Wednesday, 8 p.m. So New Year's Eve forecast is snowy in the lay of the lakes there. So just keep an eye on that as we go through. You could end up this week through Friday with more than a foot and up to 2 feet in some of those places. Let's get a check now a little closer to home.
Early in the morning, it's the dawn of a new day. New hopes, new dreams, new ways. I open up my heart and I'm gonna do my part and make this a positively beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, America.
It's now time for my favorite part of the show, Pop News and Never Fear. Will Gans is here.
Okay, I'm glad we've got some fellow pop enthusiasts on the couch this morning. All right, we begin with Movie Magic Flip It Around winning weekend at the box office. I didn't know if you guys would get that, but I'm glad to see our For You pages are pretty aligned here.
I didn't get that at all. I just laughed to be supportive.
Thank you very much. That's what a good friend does. All right, we begin with Avatar Fire and Ash. In just 2 weekends, the third movie, which introduces a whole new tribe of Na'vi, has officially crossed the $760 million mark at the global box office. This means James Cameron's Oscar-winning franchise has now earned over $6 billion with a B worldwide. Yeah. And speaking of billion-dollar franchises, Zootopia 2 is staying strong in theaters. Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde's new adventure has hit $1 billion outside of the United States, which is the first movie of 2025 to do that, making it the highest-grossing Hollywood animated movie of all time internationally. Avatar Fire and Ash and Zootopia 2 are in theaters everywhere right now.
Nice.
gotta get to Zootopia too. Still haven't done it, and it's like on the list.
I gotta bring the kids.
Same, right. Not just me.
My Zootopia to-do list
We can go
is...
to-
There you go.
without them.
For everybody.
I'm still trying to learn the Shakira dance that
Yes.
everyone's doing on
How's that
TikTok.
process going?
Seems like you know it pretty well.
We'll leave it right there. It's going. It's underway. All right. It was not a silent night this week when Marvel dropped its first look at the wildly anticipated Avengers Doomsday, featuring the return of one beloved original Avenger to the big screen, the first Captain America. And you guys, he's got a surprise. Boom!
Oh.
Steve Rogers is a dad. That video racking up an incredible 110 million views on Instagram since being posted over the Christmas holiday. And fan theories are running wild. Searches for on TikTok for Doomsday 2026 up more than 1,000% this week. Avengers Doomsday hits theaters December 18th of next year. There's a fan theory that perhaps Dr. Doom is coming after the Avengers' children.
Ooh.
I know, which really ups the
dark.
stakes. Yeah, because of the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, so it's all coming
There's so much to keep track of. You got to just go see them all, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like that meme of the guy with all the...
That's Always Sunny. I know that one.
There you go. All right, Taylor Swift keeping it 100 on the land, the sea, and on top of the charts. Her 12th studio album topping the Billboard 200 for the 11th week, matching her other album's records set by Fearless in 1989. And speaking of eras, it was a very Merry Swiftmas for all, thanks to Taylor's The End of an Era's docu-series. The singer dropping the final 2 episodes ahead of the holiday, and one of the moments that everybody's talking about, Taylor's mom, Andrea, proving she is also a mastermind, making this suggestion ahead of Taylor's final show. Take a look.
I have an idea. Instead of the end of a decade, say it was the end of an era. What? Instead of the end of a decade, say it was the end of an era.
That's a great idea. It was the end of a decade. No, it was the end of an era.
Oh,
The start of an age.
For the record, only Mama Swift is allowed to change the lyrics to Long Live. Everyone else, thank you, but no thank you. All 6 episodes of Taylor Swift's End of an Era docuseries and Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, the final show, are available on Disney+.
Wow. It is how I spent my Sunday, I will confess.
Yes.
It is so good if you haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
No, and like with parents making suggestions, they do it all the time, but that one hit.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Truly.
So thank you, Mama Swift. She also revealed in the series that she is the one that was really pushing the Travis Kelce thing.
Yeah,
so
okay.
she's got some good ideas, it turns out.
Track record. Yeah.
All right, finally, in television news, 19 years after Malcolm in the Middle went off the air, the original cast, Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kaczmarek, are reuniting for a reboot. And we've got a first look at the new series. Check it out.
My life is fantastic now. All I had to do is stay away from my family.
Malcolm has been intentionally hiding himself from this family for years.
By comparison, Reese looks pretty good.
You can't spend the rest of your life hiding and denying your family even exists.
Worked perfectly until they showed up.
So the 4-episode limited revival series is called Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair, and it premieres April 10th, 2026 on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. And in the meantime, all 151 episodes of the original series are streaming now on Disney+, and we'll have so much more with the cast right here on GMA in the new year.
Awesome. All right, Will, that was an excellent pop news.
Thank you
As
very
always,
much.
thank you so much. The final Monday pop news of the year here. And coming up, Gronk joins us live as he gets ready to co-host Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. Stick around.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
She's coming out to turn Times Square upside down, because when Diana Ross headlines New Year's Rockin' Eve, she'll remind you that in 2026, there ain't no mountain high enough.
That's Ryan Seacrest, possibly dropping some clues about what Diana Ross might be singing when she headlines Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. That's just 2 days away. And it's not just from Times Square, it's from all over the world and the country. To wit, Ryan will also be celebrating with co-host and former Super Bowl champ and friend of GMA, Rob Gronkowski. He will be ringing in 2026 from Las Vegas, and that is where he joins us from now. Gronk, we were just saying we appreciate you getting up early and hanging out with us here on GMA. Always great to see you. Ryan said this weekend that he is jealous of your Riz. Tell us about your Riz and your friendship with Ryan Seacrest.
He's jealous of my Riz. I never heard really anyone above the age of 40 use the word Riz before.
Right.
Usually all the kids out there that are saying that, but I'll take that, especially from a legend like Ryan Seacrest. It's just going to be an honor to be a co-host of his for the New Year's Rockin' Eve show coming up this Wednesday night on New Year's Eve. It's just going to be phenomenal, and I think Ryan's just a little bit jealous of my charisma that I bring to the table. He feels like I can get away with anything while he has to be more buttoned up, and that's why I'm in Vegas, so I can take the party to a whole new level. And he's just doing an unbelievable job with how he just hosts New Year's Rockin' Eve every single year, and he's so phenomenal hosting it in New York, and I just appreciate him. He's going to be throwing it to me out here in Vegas.
Well, we are so glad that you are back doing the show. Tell us, what made you decide to come back and co-host again?
Yeah, so I hosted last year here in Vegas. It kind of was a mini show. I didn't get to count. I wasn't able to count down the ball drop or anything out here in Vegas, but this year it's going to be more of an extended show. After New York, after they count down the ball drop, they're going to throw it over, and we're going to host a show for all the people on the West Coast, from Vegas and all over this region. So it's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to just get into the action, and it's just so much energy that is presented just in the streets of Vegas. It's going to be so exciting, and it's a no-brainer to do this every single year. It's the best way to celebrate the New Year's. My family, my brothers are going to be here as well, celebrating it and taking it in with me too. So it's going to be the best show ever.
A family affair. We love it. And you said all the action. Will that action include dancing? Because your co-host is Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars, and I know full well she will get everybody moving.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Julianne Hough is an absolute performer at all stages of her life. She's a great host, she's a great dancer, and I'm one of those people that absolutely loves to dance, but I kind of got my own dance moves. They're kind of like some type of dances, and I really need someone to teach me some real moves. So Julianne is going to be there, as a co-host of mine as well. And she's going to teach me some moves, and I'm going to take my dance moves to a whole new level. And the world's been waiting for that finally.
The world has been waiting. I feel like we need to get you on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
We can coordinate that for you for sure. That's a good way to stay in shape, all that dancing. But you still look like you're in playing shape here. That's tough to do ever, but especially around the holidays. How have you navigated your way through the eating season here? Looks like you got some sprinting in.
Yes, Will. I mean, sprinting's great for your health, and that's actually one of my New Year's resolution is to at least sprint twice a week, and nothing too crazy. Just about 10 sprints, maybe 15 to 20 yards long, but, it keeps your masculinity going. It makes you feel strong, it makes you feel powerful when you're done with the sprints, and that's why I keep up with it. And I've been an athlete my whole life. I've been working out my whole life, so it's kind of easy just to stay with the trend. I don't work out too much anymore like I was playing professional football. That was every single day. So about 2-3 a week. So then you can just keep off the holiday pounds of all the food that's presented to you.
2-3 a week sounds like a lot to me. That's a lot of sprinting that you're doing. You mentioned football, so we have to talk about it a little bit. Maybe some 2026 predictions, but I'm sure as you all saw, Philip Rivers came out of retirement recently, back onto the field here. Could Gronk, we see the same for you here?
I appreciate, the love and support that people want to see me come back to the game of football. But Philip Rivers has opened up the door for so many other athletes that are retired as well. And it's just an unbelievable and phenomenal job that he has done. He has taken off, from the game of football for about 4 or 5 years in his 40s and came back the other week. And he's putting a performance on that no one expected him to do. Just the way he's still throwing the ball, the way that he can still read defenses is just phenomenal. It's unbelievable what he has done. He's an inspiration, not just to his family and his 10 kids that he has, but now he's an inspiration to everyone that is a fan of football. But in the future, I don't see myself coming back. I'm too busy now co-hosting New Year's Rock.
Apparently doing sprints. Will, you gonna join him?
Yeah. I've been trying to sprint. Yeah, I'm shredding for the wedding there, Gronk. So only a couple weeks left for me.
I do have to ask you one more football question as we speak about retirements, possible retirements. Lots of buzz about Travis Kelce. What do you think? Is he going to play next year?
Travis Kelce is a phenomenal player. He had a very productive year this year, and I'm sure he's going to have a productive year next year if he comes back to the game of football. But it's all up to Travis. The only advice that I would give him, because I've been in this situation before, is listen to your gut feeling. If you truly love the game of football and you feel like you belong out there on the football field, well, then go back. Look at your options, see what's presented to you on the table, and weigh it all out and take your time. But only go back to the game of football if you truly believe and feel like that you belong on the field still. If your heart's not in it, well, then you got a lot of opportunities ahead of you, and he's going to be successful in whatever he does in his next venture.
Trust your gut. That's good advice for everyone.
Yeah, wise words there, Gronk. You and Travis, two of the best to ever do it at any position. You're one of our favorites to ever do it here on GMA, and we can't wait to see you on New Year's Eve for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve 2026 with Ryan Seacrest. It airs live Wednesday at 8/7 Central right here on ABC. And coming up, things are heating up around here. We got Patti LaBelle in the house.
Yes,
we are cooking, maybe singing about how good it is.
And welcome back. We are cooking with one of our all-time favorite guests. This woman needs no introduction. The award-winning, Grammy Award-winning singer, actress, cookbook author. There really is nothing you do not do, Miss Patti LaBelle. Okay. We are so excited to have you with us here this morning. Thank you for spending some of your time with us, especially over the holiday. Now, before we dive in here, how was your holiday? How were all the grandkids?
They're all fine. I have 4 grandkids. And we had fun. It was just me and the grandkids and like 6 other folks.
Oh, you can't beat that.
That was it. Yeah, but I cooked for 20,000.
Yeah, but look at that.
It's true. Oh, hey, family.
All in the Christmas jammies. We love that. We love that. All right, so talk us through here. What are we making this morning?
We're making chicken and waffles with my pancake and waffle mix.
Oh,
of course. My syrup.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to do a sweet potato waffle.
Naturally.
Okay, so first, want me to tell you what to do?
Yeah, please tell us what to do.
Okay, so, well,
what do you need?
Mash those potatoes.
I'll mash these over here.
The sweet potatoes. Mash them.
I'm working on this.
And
Roasting our chicken here?
this is seasoned with salt and pepper.
Okay, just salt and pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So what is your tip here for the perfect fried chicken, Miss Patti LaBelle?
This is my tip. Watch.
We're watching. I'm also mashing.
Hey, somebody tricked me. They didn't put the flame on.
All right. We need a little
what's
bit
supposed to happen?
It's supposed to pop all over the kitchen. Yeah, so anyway, that's
what's going to happen.
Yeah, you do that. Make sure it's piping hot.
And what difference does that? Why does that make all the difference?
Because the chicken will be stupid if you make it without hot oil.
It's got to pop off a little bit.
Chicken.
We don't want stupid chicken.
No, we want good chicken.
And
so go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm following you. I'm just
listen
still mashing over here.
Go ahead, honey.
That mash looks like it's coming together well, though.
Yeah, it's sort of.
You could use the whisk if you want.
I will use the whisk momentarily, but first I'm going to ask you, once you put the chicken in, which I assume we do at some point, you say you soul time it. What does that mean?
It's just about me and my soul. I can't say, okay, it's ready in 10 minutes or 6 minutes or whatever. I just know when the chicken is ready. It's like a soul feeling.
Yeah,
okay. That intuition.
Yes, and when you
I'll work on that.
Actually, like when you season stuff, do soul drops.
Soul drops?
Yeah,
I
like
gotta work on that. How's my soul drop?
On that salt.
How's my soul drop?
You're good, boo.
Okay, good.
Now, now you
that's
have
a lot of
to
soul.
season.
Now we got to dredge, right?
Season the flour.
Okay.
Okay. Put some black pepper.
No,
you
heavy cream all over.
Now put the chicken in.
Okay, as I put the chicken in here, I have to ask you something, because I know sometimes your grandkids do cook with you, and you just did something that I think will probably win you some cool grandma points. She's on TikTok, everyone, now.
Yes,
What's the handle?
Yes, I'm gonna post some fun stuff this week. but I'm a TikTok girl. Isn't that something?
You're an
My
influencer.
grandkids are happy, very happy.
Have you
about
been
that.
enjoying it?
Well, I just started.
So have you been enjoying it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Right.
Good.
Love it so far.
I am keep going. I'm
Okay.
almost. I feel like I'm
Now-
almost there. What do we do once
So
we're all
over
mixed
here-
and mashed?
So it should look like this once
Yes.
we're all done
so you
and
mix
combine
that
this.
with the pancake waffle stuff.
All
Okay,
right,
so put this in
put that
there.
one in there.
Okay.
Yep, because it
Put
should look
some
like this
heavy
when it's all
cream.
done.
I did the heavy cream.
Okay.
I did the.
You did about half of it. The other half.
The other half is all over my suit jacket.
You can do butter also in that mix.
Okay.
And then you'll have
I'm
your,
mixing this
have
up.
your waffle.
Okay, and I'm making the waffles.
Tray hot. And
Is
make
this
sure
is warm.
oil is on it.
This is warm
Okay.
and it has oil on it, so I can put
Okay,
this
so
right on
you
in.
put that in there.
All right.
Go, girl.
We are
Put it
making the
on.
sweet potato
Yeah.
waffle on Soul Time, baby.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, right. So do we just get sort of soul time?
Okay.
The waffle
I hear
thing
the
sort of
sizzle.
ends on its own.
You look at the waffles, you don't want them to burn, so you know when they're ready.
Yeah, you know when they're ready.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the goal.
Okay.
This is the goal, but put this
We're
piece in.
sizzling.
Okay?
Oh, there. The chicken's working. The
Ooh.
Should be
waffles are
sizzling.
working.
Should
I
be
hear, don't you hear that?
I hear it. I hear it.
Woo,
I hear the
sizzle, sizzle.
Sizzle.
I want to move down to the finished
Yeah.
product so we can try
Okay.
this delicious
Yes.
stuff. But as we move this way,
Uh-huh.
and as we look at the sort of plated version of this, you're on some sort of tour, the Let Patty Cook tour.
Let Patty cook.
Tell
Yes.
us about that.
It's just me with my wonderful band and background singers. We're touring in January.
Okay.
And February, I tour with the Queens, Gladys, Shaka, and Stephanie.
That's amazing.
A Queens tour. We started that in February, but after that, I still work, by myself, doing
Right.
other stuff.
She's a busy lady. She's booked and
I'm
busy.
Yeah, you're booked and
blessed,
busy.
booked and busy, yes.
Blessed, booked, and busy, and fueled on this tour. This looks
Perfect.
incredible.
It does.
Is this when we get to try it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I wanna
let's
have me a
eat.
waffle.
Taste
Come
it
on.
now.
All right, so this is for me. I don't know what the rest of y'all are having.
All right, let's dig in.
All right, we're
All
digging
right, well,
in
as
here.
we
You go to
dig in,
break.
we know you are so busy, and we appreciate you spending some time with us, sharing that soul food knowledge with all of us.
Thank
we
you
cannot
all.
wait to dig in. You, of course, can get all these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com.
Well, now that we're all fueled, coming up, we're ending 2025 on a high note. We're kicking it off with a workout that resets your body for the new year. Since we just ate that delicious food, we're not working it off, we're working it out. That's next. We are back now to kick off 2026 with a workout routine that has something for everyone. James McMillian, the president of Tone House, is here with some simple tips to stay healthy and fit in the new year. James, we are so excited to have you.
Excited to be
You
here.
ready?
I put on these pants so fast.
Yeah,
I was like,
we
let's go.
are ready to
Let's
do
get it,
this.
let's
All right.
get it.
It all starts with warming up well, though, right? As the daughter of a personal trainer, I know we got to get our warm-ups in.
Yes.
What do we do?
You got to get yourself primed and ready
Right.
to avoid injury, get your mobility going, and get the blood flowing. So we're going to come over here. The first thing we have is a nice dynamic movement. We have a high knee. So you're going to get your knees up. You're
Okay.
going to pump your arms. Now, there is a modification if this is a little bit challenging. You can do some marches in place, alternating
All right,
those
so it's
arms,
looking like this.
alternating those legs. So next up, we're going into the world's greatest stretch because we have the best workout in the world. So you're going to go right into the high plank position, bringing that right leg forward, rotating that T-spine, get your spine prepared for the workout and the load we have later. Then you switch sides,
Okay.
rotating, making sure you bring that hip all the way towards the floor,
Bonus
rising
points in
right
the
back
suit?
up. Yes, you want to
Love
loosen
this
up
one.
your hips.
I do that one all the time.
All right.
Now
Next
you have some exercises as well
Yes,
that
yes,
can
so-
help us like with everyday movement.
Everyday activities. We want to load, be able to prepare for that load. So we have some strength movements, all right? Compound movements, multiple muscles. We're going into a game of threes. That's 3 squats into 3 squat to presses, upright position. Think about driving through the floor. You're sitting in the squat, and then you go right into that squat to press. Now, modification is you could utilize 1 dumbbell, or you could just use your hands. You want to do that for 3 rounds, 3 reps, all right?
These
So
add
the-
up quickly.
Yes, yes.
All right.
So next
Back
up,
to
we're
the-
going
no.
into some core.
That's my
Yes,
favorite.
our foundation. So we're coming down to the floor. Let's
All
come
right.
all the way down. We're going down to the floor. Now,
working up a
your
little
core
sweat
is your
here.
foundation. With a strong house, you need strong pillars, right? right?
Let's do
so
it.
we're going to work those internal, external obliques.
All
We
right.
have those ab twists. Make sure you're rotating your core, not just the weights, all right?
And you
So-
like the feet on the ground, or
yes,
should we lift
feet on the
them? No?
ground. It gives you a little bit more stability. And next up, we're going into a sit-up. All right, with a sit-up, you're gonna have those dumbbells locked out, just like this. You come up halfway, yes. So we can keep tension on that core, and that's just gonna get that fanny pack area that we built up during the holidays. All right,
my natural fanny pack.
So we want to do
Perimenopause, I love
that
it.
12 to 15 reps, and then you can place the dumbbell down for modification.
Yeah, great. Now, we just saw Gronk talking about doing sprints.
Oh,
What do you
yes.
have?
We're pulling out here?
I don't think that's next, but what do you have for agility?
We get to train like our favorite athletes. So we're gonna come over here to the cones. If you don't have cones at home, you could use a lot of sneakers or water bottles, all right?
Okay.
So now, we're going to do a lateral shuffle into a drop down. Now, the key is don't cross your legs over, keep your hips nice and center. You're gonna lateral shuffle, knee drive. Now, when we get here, right, sometimes in life you get knocked down, best athletes, what do?
Get
They
back
get
up
back
again.
They get back up. So we're gonna drop down.
Oh.
Yes, and
You wanna
then
go
come back to
demonstrate
the
that?
other side. All right. So we have 2 rounds of that. You have the lateral shuffle down with that drop down and come back to return. This helps coordination, balance.
I mean, come on,
and
they
we build
said I
up
don't
for it.
have
Let's
it.
see it. Let's see it. Yes, knees up. Now let me see that drop down. Right back up. Yeah, good job. Yes.
I love it.
You get to move like our favorite athlete, straight hand.
I'm
right?
just like Gronk. Yeah, just like straight hand.
I see no difference. You said move like your favorite athlete. I thought I was going to be making threes like
Hey,
Steph Curry. Instead, I'm doing
crossover.
this. James, I have worked up a sweat. It's time for us to go get a towel and a little bit of water, but this is what you can try in 2026. What an excellent workout. I'm
One more,
feeling
one
good.
more, one
Come
more.
on,
Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
And then we go
Now
down
react.
together.
Quick. Boom. Right back up. Get back in there. Yeah.
That was so much fun. I see how you guys do the new person around here. I'm doing the
Little
workout.
hazing.
For like 15 years.
Watch what you need to know
Check out
on
what you
Disney
need to know.
Plus.